time to kick ass and chew bubble gum, and I am all out of gum.
How dare you?
Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. How is everyone getting along today? Getting along? Close enough. Look at that. Closing into 7k units, but we need to get past it. What's up, Awesome Sauce? How are you doing? How is No Name? Wolverine, welcome to you too. I need to dump a bit of energy, and then we're gonna jump in arena. What's up, Mr. Banks? How are you? Ooh, let's get to 7,000 plus units today. Easy. Right? Right. I actually got another tier 5 basic today from Paragon Daily Crystal. Quite happy about that. And stocking up to see how many of these bad boys I can get. I want to get all. So watching the top 10 Cosmics vid. That's fair play. That Cosmics vid lasted a while. It's quite task to record them. Especially because I record all of those videos in one go. So if I do get a worse tongue twister or kind of like properly lose my train of thought and stuff like that, you know, kind of need to start over. And yeah, all of those top 10 videos are done in one take, obviously. I did not skip your last important I chose to ignore it. There's a difference. Weekend more like trash can. I will make a video on Weekend as well, 100%. I just need to swap the masteries because I don't want to be unfair to the guy. Because also one thing that I noticed, a lot of people are, you know, showcasing Weekend and Weekend's damage with Liquid Courage Double Edge on, but he definitely isn't necessarily Liquid Courage Double Edge champion, you know what I mean? I'll get you next time. Yet. Thou shall not be gutting anyone. Been traveling and training for over 12 hours. Well, enjoy yourself. So I'll stick to the stream, then I'll go back to the top 10 minutes. That's the spirit. That's exactly what you should be doing. I've been traveling for training over 12 hours. My back and shoulders are almost destroyed. Almost doesn't count. Ping me when they're completely gone. Oh, I don't get that. I mean, it's kind of funny. Because, like, from my perspective, I do the champion rankings twice a year, right? I do them at end of the year. When the gifting event is on. Always in June, so I kind of feel like Kabam took my idea of returning something that typically happens at the end of the year in the middle of the year as well. Them bloody plagiarists. But yeah, no. It's definitely to spend your money on before July 4th. Pretty much. But also, and 2021 cap deals as well is quite cheeky to spend your units before July 4th. And there will likely be vision offer, yes, which I might actually grab if it's cheap enough. But what I wanted to say, last month, I'm observing no replies to my message from last 1 month. I think I should skip the stream. I promise you, I do not ignore anybody on purpose. But you know, if you choose to skip the stream, then well, I hope you're having a great day, anyways. Reading Command wants money. That's the answer. It's funny how Christmas is just 6 months away. We got GGC deals. Well, it's never too early for Christmas. Oh wait, I need to put the fan on. Just realized. Funny. Well, I mean, compensation was always going to be quite close to this time. If they... Well, I mean, anyways. Obviously, we're all grown people. We know exactly why they do what they do. But yeah, that compensation, you know, it definitely wasn't ideal. There were definitely several items that I think it was missing. I don't think it was completely awful, like either, like 1 million loyalty, you know, it's a fair chunk. Top MRX. Like 1 million loyalty can transfer into like, what, 50 Alliance War level 4 potions? quite a lot. Just saying. Okay, what's up, everybody? Yeah, I would describe it as kind of mediocre-ish. But then again, nice ass you got there. Why, thank you. I'm glad you enjoy it. I'm glad you like it. Quite keen of it myself. Oh, you shouldn't be buying 3 per day. That's just silly. Yeah, I do agree that, you know, some items, potions, revives, definitely would have been good. A lot to complain about 3 stuff. Everybody does, my friend. Also, it should have been 10 champion nexus. Agreed. I do think that exactly the nexus and champion acquisition part is kind of like the worst of them all. I do think that they could have and should have done much better in terms of, you know, crystal shards and nexus and stuff like that. What's up, JCar? How are you doing? I'm being good weekly. And yeah, and the fact that weekly compensation stopped early is definitely quite frustrating. Not at all. Oh yeah, 3 to 4 gem would have been too much. Absolutely, I agree with that. 3 to 4 gem. I never expected that. You know, that would far exceed even my expectations. Couple of 1 to 2 gems instead of a 5-star nexus, and you know, maybe a class 6-star awakening gem crystal, stuff like that. Yeah, sure. Are you having coffee? Nope. Don't drink coffee in the afternoon. I do drink energy drinks though. So hey. No, I only have 1 cup of coffee a day. It is what it is pretty much the relationship we all have with kebab, isn't it? And not less importantly, also the relationship kebab has with us, because let's admit to it, you know, there are people in the player base that, you know, will never be happy and always cause problems and stuff like that, and I'm sure on the other side of the desk kebab looks at us often as well. It is what it is. But, you know, without a doubt, they have soured the relationship with community a lot. Hey, look at that, 777,000 battle chips. Sweet. I'm gonna take a screenshot of that for random reasons. I don't know why. 777. Aha. Do my grade. Hopefully I don't regret it later. Well, that is quite a big commitment, because you obviously do want to put in a ton of 6 stones in that. If you Archangel, Human Torch, Kingpin, who deserves rank 4 more. All of them are fantastic options. I think I'd go with Kingpin. But you know, none of them are bad options. Pick, in my opinion. So, you know, again, it's up to you. Cyber. Welcome, welcome. Everybody else, if I didn't mention your name, welcome to the stream. Hope you guys are doing great. You can buy one can bundle deal on July 4th though. Well, again, I will make a video about July offers, specifically about exactly that type of situation when, you know, do not spend past your means kind of video. But, you know, we'll get to it. Oh, come on, you stupid Hulkbuster, you heap of junk. I'm kidding, I love you, Hulkbuster. Such an awesome champion. But he parried me, so I lost my power gain, so that sucks. So, screw you, Hulkbuster, nobody likes it anymore. There we go, sweet. And Massacre. Come on, kick in some blocking game. Don't be aggressive. Sweet, sweet. Okay, don't be aggressive. Sweet. Oh boy. Boom. July 4th offers better than Christmas. Yeah. Spring cleaning, July 4th Cyber Weekend offers are the best ones, typically. I mean, gifting event in it is its own thing, kind of, but, you know, depending how much money you spend. Because gifting event is kind of like unlimited spend event. But the 3 biggest, most meaningful sales that doesn't have the infinite credit card swipe to it is July weekend, spring cleaning, and Cyber weekend. Diablo is first rank 4, provided and suicides often. I think Diablo is an awesome rank up. Even without suicides, I think Diablo is quite awesome. But yeah, if I wasn't running suicides, I don't think he would be my first rank 4. It's not that... Okay, here's the thing, it's not that Cyber Weekend is almost always better. It's just that they come one after another, and each upcoming event is better. So if you compare, because, you know, the game advances nearly half a year in between now and then, or like, you know, in this case, like nearly 5 months. And that is the difference there. That's why, for instance, July 4th is going to be better than 2021 Cyber Weekend, but 2022 Cyber Weekend is going to be better than current July 4th. Because every upcoming sale gets slightly better with the game moving further ahead. Same time, you know, Cyber Weekend, when last Cyber Weekend offers came, for instance, rank 4s were way more rare. Therefore, there wasn't much rank 4 materials in last Cyber Weekend. You know, there were some, but not that huge of amount. This July weekend will, by definition, have more rank 4 materials, or always has had more, you know, exclusive endgame materials than the previous Cyber Weekend. And then this year's Cyber Weekend is going to come, which again has to do better than July 4th. Kabam can't make, you know, one better, one worse. That's why, you know, when you can see Cyber Weekend, it is going to be better than this July 4th. But this July 4th is going to be better than the last big sale that we had, which was Cyber Weekend. You know what I mean? It's because the game always kind of progresses forward. Because 6 months ago, you know, we had like 1, 2 rank 4s. Now a lot of people have 4, 5, 6. Well, not a lot of people have 6, but it's not that uncommon anyways. Heads up, Q. How are you doing? Very well explained, Teddy. Thank you. Underwhelming, but do you think July 4th will be underwhelming for you top players or meet exceed expectations? I typically don't focus on that type of things. You know, I'm just gonna see what it is and deal with it when it arrives. I'm sure there are gonna be some things that I think are better than expected. I'm sure there are gonna be some things that will leave me slightly disappointed. You know, for the most part, you know, nobody's. For the most part, I'll put it like this: I'd actually prefer typically if these event sales are bad, because I feel less inclined to spend much money on them. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, if they make it July sales awful, I'd actually be secretly slightly happy. Because that's kind of like the unwritten rule of the top tier MCOC. When Cyber Weekend comes, when July 4th comes, when Spring Cleaning comes, on specifically those offers, you kind of have to wail out, or you will fall behind. Not, you know, immediately, not with one event, but in general. Like, if you skip, you know, years worth of Cyber Weekend stuff and July 4th stuff and things like that, in that 1 year, you will be, you know, in significantly kind of like worse position. So if I do see that they would be bad offers, I wouldn't be upset at all for giving me opportunity to save my money. You know what I mean? Battlegrounds, schmallions. Hey. 1 million balance chips in about 1 month if you do solid consistent grind. Yeah, you know, that's about what it has been, I think. Battlegrounds, schmallions. Shush. July 4th will absolutely make a lot of players Paragon. Even right now, what Kabam did, you know, Eternity of Pain, half a TF, half a Catalyst, when we're gonna get Eternity of Pain rewards. Then this monthly event had a decent chunk, and last monthly event had bits as well. Those last 2 months kind of add up decently well together for side event. Then we get the compensation, which was a decent chunk. Basically, what I'm trying to say, it was like a couple of weeks ago when I took my negative to rank 4. Maybe like 3 weeks ago. I think about 3-4 weeks ago. And I am at 1 catalyst of each already. And I'm going to get another catalyst from Eternity of Pain, which is going to put me at like 2 catalysts of each back up. So you can clearly see that if you are Paragon right now, especially, you know, thanks to the NTO paint stuff, you definitely have increased the speed you obtain rank 4 materials. Doesn't surprise me. I wouldn't be surprised if for Paragon players we had one full catalyst either. I mean, I'd be kind of pleasantly surprised, but I'd half expect it. I wouldn't be surprised also if it's just half a catalyst, for instance. You guys got 2020 champ selector on Cyber Weekend, didn't they? I don't remember. I know that Thronebreakers did. Don't remember about Chaos. Maybe. How much time? About 1 month you can get 1 million battleships, I think. More or less. If you grind well. What are the symptoms for Battleground addiction? What addiction are you talking about? I have no clue. Imagine Kabam introduced a 500 unit deal bundle like all players and help them. I mean, they wouldn't introduce 500 unit deal bundle, they would introduce $15 bundle. What's up, DLMRA? How do you feel about the fact that uncollected and Paragon players open the same cow crystals? Again, I'm not that fast. Again, I really am not that fast about cow crystals, because the thing that you don't understand is how bad cow crystals have been for the game in general. And any improved crystal would further escalate the gap of people who have a ton of disposable income and people who don't have a ton of disposable income. So, you know, again, that crystal improvement question, everybody underestimates how big of an impact cow crystals have had in this game to begin with, which is a very large portion of why we have as big of a divide right now in between people who do spend some and in between people who don't spend anything at all or very, very little. That's, you know, largely down to cow crystals. And if they introduce any kind of better crystals that give you more 6 stars and stuff like that, that divide's just going to grow. So whilst, you know, on an individual level, yeah, of course, I would want a cooler crystal for cheaper that gives me more 6 stars. What you don't understand is that, you know, if you're not spending a ton of money, then anybody who spends, you know, slightly more money or a lot more money than you will immediately just pull away from you in account wise. And you're not going to feel great about it. You're going to feel like shit about it because, you know, you're going to be left behind compared to mana. Even further than you are right now. It's kind of like the same thing where on personal level, I would absolutely love a 6-star Quake. Do I think a 6-star Quake would be good for a game if everybody had access to 6-star Quake? No. Good Tiger from Nexus. Nice, Q. Congratulations. Boom. Clapped. Come on, Corvus. Heimdall is a real beast. Beware the Heimdall. Wasted 600 units in 2021. Ah, that's such a typical story, Arman. That's why, you know, it's always best to stay away from them. Gifting event in summer. It's not a gifting event, but you can get some gifting crystals. Got 6-star Ultra. Nice. Congratulations, Daniel. Congratulations. July 4th year whaling time. Fair play. 5-star Archangel. Also good. More like Battlegrounds. What I own about. 10 champ 2021 next to Thronebreaker players. 10 champ 21 selects for Paragon. How would a 10 champ 2021 Nexus selector for Paragon would work if there are no 10 champions in a single class? Would be great at gifting Nexus. Oh yeah, I'm sure that will come too. But yeah, sorry to hear, Aman. People need a bit of Christmas cheer way around. Well, Kabam needs a bit of the Christmas money all year round. Really enjoy BGs and the game feels empty without it, even though only have had beta. Exactly. Absolutely agree. Game feels empty without Battlegrounds. For me, at least. Negative to rank 4. He's my nice favorite. Nice, nice. Congratulations. But yeah, you can get some greater gifting crystals. Oh, what's up, Devon? How are you doing? 66 million in Warlock Arena. Yeah, you'll get it. You'll definitely get it, Dab. Congratulations, man. Warlock is obviously an amazing champion. Sim Supreme is good. I don't know. I have never been the biggest fan of Sim Supreme. I never thought of him as a bad champion. Just not a champion that, you know, I particularly enjoy. It's perfectly fine. Not everybody has to be that type of champion. They put 2021 counts before July 4th. The ultimate bait. Aye. the clever like that. You know where Kabam give compensation? I don't think they gave any Act 6 compensation. 6 Sim Supreme rank 3 today. Fair play. Mine is still at rank 2. Got Tiger up from it. Okay. I meant Superior Iron. What about Superior Iron? Hey, what's up, Lazaro? How are you doing? What's up, Arthur? Then random 2021 champions for the Paragon players in the Nexus. You pick one. I mean, they're probably gonna do something like, and last year they did full-on selector where you could just pick any 2020 champion if you wanted. Spend like 2k units in refreshes. Man, you went hard. And 20 more 6 on Nimgod. Nice. That's good. Nimgod needs them 6. He does get better with 6. Quite significantly better. Loving Scorpion so much that I'm thinking of Scorpion rank 3 ahead of. Oh man, I really am jealous of anybody who has a 6-star Scorpion. I really want a 6-star Scorpion. 6-star Scorpion is just dope. No question, just a dope champion. I want one. I want one right now. Simple. Give me a 6-star Scorpion. I'd trade all my existing 6-star shards for a 6-star Scorpion right now on the spot. I have like 160,000 6-star shards. I just trade them in for a 6-star Scorpion. One dead guillotine. Do you think the gifting crystal deal is worth it? No, not anymore. The value of rank 4 material stuff has drastically changed. Rank 4 materials, in my opinion, were about like priced 3 to 4 times higher than they are right now at the moment. You know. And yeah, no. I have like virtually zero desire or very little desire to get that bundle. Like if I had a ton of extra money, maybe, but I don't think it still would be the best thing to get. Just save that money for July deals. You know, people forget that you can get like tier 4 class catalysts, tier 4 basics in those crystals and 5-star 6 stones and stuff like that. So yeah, no, I just saved the 50 bucks. Oh, you are the reason you started playing MCOC again. Ooh, that's a very high praise. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Hope you're enjoying your time. But remember, you're not allowed to be happy in MCOC until Battlegrounds come back. I don't give a shit. Battlegrounds is MCOC. And you want JFosa? Not in particular. Hey, what's up, Goat Gaming? How are you? Bringing my 5-star Penny Parker rank 5 and promoting. Yeah, that often happens to me. It happened actually exactly with Penny Parker as well. And then rank 5 5-star Penny Parker, and I pulled the 6-star immediately after. We can buy champions for shards someday. The price depends on the rating Kabam made, like 200. It would be very different. That is what Prokop just got. What did he get? Okay, so I'm out of these guys. So let's bring in the heavy guns now. Fact skating, exactly. What's up, Slinger? Welcome to the stream. Might want to pin that. Yeah, there you go. Last day for submissions. Kabam meme challenge tomorrow. Tomorrow at 5 PM GMT. We're doing the memes. Penny, Beardo, or Massacre? I would probably rank up Penny first, I think. I don't know. Or maybe Beardo if Beardo is high sync. Potato. Here for basic, class cat, 5-star 6 stones. Yep, those are in the gifting crystal. Don't forget that. Yeah, if Beardo is high sync, I do Beardo. Who do you think rank 3 first? Magneto, AA, Corvus, also Massacre. I'd probably do AA, personally. Okay, let's go, you little turd. Stupid little cheese bugs very much. Oh yeah, definitely has problems, you know, game mode. That much is, you know, is absolutely obvious. Battlegrounds does have a lot of problems. But also, what should be obvious to everybody is that Kabam should be able to work on Battlegrounds without taking them away from the game. You know, it's not like they're removing Alliance Wars before they update the map or change the nodes or add a global tactic or something like that. You know what I mean? It's like Kabam should be able to, you know, walk and chew gum at the same time.
I am the Senate.
Stop Eric, how are you doing? Okay. Would you recommend maxing 5 stars at that top tier or rank 2 champ? Undupe Null Omega in Hope Future? It would depend on each individual situation, but at large I would recommend focusing on 6 stars. It also depends where you're at in the game, how much you have left to do. If ranking up a 5 star would help you clear content, thus earning more catalyst, more, you know, items to rank up more champions, then I'd rank up a 5 star, you know, if I needed a 5 star to do a content that I'm struggling with. But in general, I would focus on 6 stars. First review for Overseer gameplay. Will I take Overseer rank 4? At some point I will. Maybe not as my next science ranker, but, you know, maybe not immediately, but at some point I'll definitely will. Absolutely love Overseer. Very cool. Battleground deals are good. Do you plan to buy all the July 4th deals? Hopefully not. Hopefully not all of them are good. You know what I mean? If all of them are insanely amazing, maybe, but I would not like that at all. Because I do have some units, and I do expect there to be some deals that I just don't particularly care about. I don't, you know, I'd be quite surprised if I buy all of the deals. I'll probably get some. I'm definitely not getting the 10 gifting crystals though. I don't think it's worth it anymore. I think the value those gifting crystals have right now has significantly decreased with the increased availability of rank 4 materials. That Senate line is quite good. And what's up, Tassi? How are you doing? So I should prioritize Scorpion or Spider-Man 99. Well, like Spider-Man 99 to war. If you don't take Spider-Man 99 to war, yeah, I'd rank up Scorpion first. Yep. I do think that, you know, Spider-Man 2099 is only like super mega special exceptional if you do use him in a war or would use him in a war. I do think for the rest of the contest, you know, he's good, but he's not like, you know, must have or super impressive, in my opinion. I know there's plenty of people who disagree, of course, but, you know, I do have Spider-Man 2099 rank 3. I don't really use him at war. I have brought him in, like, I think for 2 wars or something. But it's also because mine's unduped. But for the rest of the contest, you know, I hardly ever pick him for one reason or another. Kabam needed some of that Christmas money, though. What's up, Growler? How are you doing? Welcome. Oh, look at that. There is a war brewing. It's off-season war, so it's all good. Next, 6-star rank 4, Nimrod, Sagati, Fury, 640, Shang-Chi, Kingpin or APOC. I'd probably pick him between Nimrod, Kingpin, APOC. If you have rank 4 Hercules already, then yeah, it's probably APOC, Kingpin, and Nimrod, whichever one you kind of use more, like most, rely on most. All 3 of those. I doubt I do Fury or Shang-Chi. I do either Nimrod, Kingpin, or APOC. I really think on those 3. But which one you kind of end up going with, really, you know, all 3 of those are phenomenal options. And it would depend entirely on you, which one you like more, which one you use more. Do you have current ranking of characters for different game modes? Nope. Well, if you mean for individual game modes, no, I haven't done. It's you know, it's a half decent idea. Maybe I should kind of like make a top champion list for, you know, like roughly for story quests, alliance quests, alliance war. But you know, it would also be quite tricky because obviously I only play map 8. I have no idea what are the current best champions from map 7, 6, or 5. And you know, like lower tiers of alliance or stuff like that. But I think it's a decent idea. Do you think it's likely that now, because confirmed to stop Thronebreakers from getting Paragon compensation, they stop double dipping? No, I doubt it, because it's in Kabam's best financial interests to let people double dip. Because, you know, they get more money. They lose money if you get double compensations. And I also think that this time around, obviously, since the compensation package was exactly the same, they could just kind of disable it, you know? And I doubt that they would have done it otherwise if Paragon's compensation would have been different. So I doubt it. I do think that you will be able to double dip. There is still the slight chance that, you know, I really, really, really doubt it. But there is a slight chance that they're just gonna have same deals for Paragon and Thronebreaker, which I really don't think would happen. But it is a possibility. Sup, Corpse, fine, how are you doing? So, right, nice to see you, rank CGR, highly happy, and you made some good points. Well, thank you. I am nothing but a good point maker. I'd like to think so, anyways. CGI Demoski is my favorite, and how... I mean, again, you know, that's perfectly fine. Also, it's very important for people to understand that your champion to enjoy more doesn't mean that he's a better champion. You know, I absolutely love playing Carnage and Man Thing. I think those two are some of the most fun champions to use. It doesn't mean that I think that they're, like, you know, fucking amazing and have to be kind of, like, used for everything. They're the champions I want to use because I enjoy them. But, you know, obviously, you know, Dr. Doom is way better than Man Thing. Yeah. Kind of have a bit of a emotional block on that. Going into it. Okay, for the first time I felt like I was in a Infinity Gauntlet. That's how it is. Herc is still the champion I put up the highest rating score like that I had ever done. I think at that point it was like 182 or 192 million. Which is like, you know, the biggest cutoff in the history to that day. They're gonna buff anyone in July? Hopefully. Rebalancing shouldn't start yet either, so, you know, I hope they do. That's from time to Japan, just 3 choices. Yeah, it's just the 3 choice nexus. Deals will be different for the 4th, the compensation on the 7th. Yeah, I agree with that, you know. I do think the deals will be different. I do. I'm just saying that there is still a tiny chance that they might make them the same. Well, they should have given separate compensation for Thronebreaker and Paragon, because there were so many people that pushed for Paragon during the input issues. But again, you know, from the other point, that would be penalizing those people who didn't push for anything because the game was broken. In which case, you would be penalizing people for, you know, not being willing to push through a broken game, which nobody should be asked to do, really. So, and besides, for majority of the time of those input issues, you know, many Thronebreakers were the same Paragon players, if that makes sense. Because that distinction just got made very, very recently. So I think in this case, you know, I for the most part agree with them doing the same thing. Obviously, I fully understand that if they had separated the compensation between Thronebreaker and Paragons means I would have gotten better compensation. But at the same time, you know, I can easily see why they did it that way, and, you know, it doesn't cause some sort of active rage. It might not be the decision that I would have made, but it is a decision that I think, you know, has a logic behind it, has an argument for. And, you know, that's one thing how to look at many things at life, you know. When you see somebody making a decision that you might not necessarily make, you need to ask yourself, you know, whether it is still a reasonable kind of, like, you know, judgment call, or it is something you can't accept. And, you know, in this case, I do think it is, you know, fairly reasonable decision that they made. It doesn't make me feel outraged or feel that it's unacceptable or something like that. I can see why they did it. I can see why they would do it the other way around as well. Oh, come on, really? Whatever. Issues have been going on for a year. Paragon has been around for 2 months. Yep, exactly, that's what I'm saying. So I think the Ghost is the best when you use her synergy. Of course, every champion is the best when you synergize them up with the full team. Every single champion gets better with the full team synergies. Bambag Sub, of course. As long as he's still done for variant 631, Lab Ultron bot. Ooh, that's sad. Which is variant 631? I don't even really remember that one. I think that's one of the problems with variants these days. They kind of just blend together, because I really dislike the way they built the last variants overall. You know, the tech variant, the Excel variant, they all seem to have, like, very good kind of, like, broad identities. The last ones, you know, then we have, like, a symbiote / mystic variant, and then, you know, villain and hero variant, but none of them seem to be kind of, like, memorable. I do think that, you know, with that's a big problem with a lot of recent content. As I keep saying, like, if you show me any map from Act 6, especially from 6.1 and 6.2, before they switched to the 666 method, I would recognize those maps immediately. I would remember doing them. I'd remember those encounters. You know, maybe not every single one of them, but I'd have very good kind of like memory of the maps layout, the bosses, the problem fights in those maps, stuff like that. And then when they show me any fight from Act 7, I really have no clue whether it's 1, 2, 3, 4, aside from very, very few fights specifically. You know, there are a handful of lanes that I kind of remember from Act 7, and there are a handful of bosses that I kind of remember. Just because they made everything kind of like uniform, same. 6 paths, 6 fights, you know, every other path is, you know, every quest has virtually identical paths in terms that, you know, you're gonna have some energy adoption paths or whatever, you're gonna have some paths with, you know, these same nodes and stuff like that, and it just all feels kind of like coming out of a factory. Kind of like when you look at, I don't know, you know, a full-on lineup of Honda Civics with slight modifications or slight variations, where you have like different mirrors or different color scheme put together or something like that. Versus old Act 6 seemed completely different. So, you know, I generally do have trouble kind of recognizing it as, and making a distinction of a lot of Act 7 and a lot of recent variants. All of the initial ones I remember very, very good. Very, very well. Even though they came out way, way, you know, longer time period back. It just, yeah, seems kind of meh. Seems kind of out, you know, out of a conveyor belt. So I have the highest arena cutoff of all time? No, no, no. You know, every new super hype champion, you know, overtakes the previous cutoff. Because the rosters keep on growing, the players' determination of them keep on growing. I think Null was the first champion to hit over 200 million cutoff, or at around 200 million cutoff, and I'm sure that somebody since had even bigger. And mess up against, oh yeah, I mean, Herc is just crazy convenient to have. There's no other way to say. You can just derp your way through so many quests and fights. Bring Herc. Nuke down the opponents. Don't care. You upgrade variants Act 7 a little bit. I mean, yeah. Again, as Kabamite said, apparently, you know, variants are not meant to be endgame contents. And again, I kind of fully agree with that. Those rewards don't entice me. If they would announce a new variant coming out tomorrow, wouldn't particularly care. I'd still probably clear it, just because, you know, I also clear monthly event quests, which are definitely not endgame piece of content. But, you know, I'm not like super I really don't care about variants anymore, unless they do revamp the difficulty and the rewards, or add another difficulty on top of it, or something like that. Because, yeah, you know, the stuff in there. When the first variants came out, those 5-star rank up gems seemed awesome, you know, because you could rank up 5 stars and 6 stars, and 5-star rank 4 actually mattered. You know, now the best thing what you can get from it is like, what, 5-star 4 to 5 gem, which is kind of, you know, cool. I'll take a champion to rank 5 as a 5-star, which I otherwise wouldn't, but, you know, that's what it. Oh crap, I think I did a whoopsie in this matchup. Guys, help me. It's okay, we can nuke her down. Come on, Nebula. It's all Act 6, yeah? Well, yeah. Again, with Act 6, I think the problem that Kabam made is that I don't think that all Act 6 should have been Act 6. I do think for a forceful story content, it was too hard. I think Act 6 should have been, you know, the stuff that I did with Act 6 should have been its own thing. I do think it would fit in perfectly something in between story content and Everest content, where it's like super long time, should have had crazy good rewards, and it's crazy punishing, you know what I mean? But it's optional. You don't have to do it in order to progress. Kind of like, you don't have to do Abyss. But if you want to challenge yourself, you want to push yourself. Like Act 6, you know, realistically should have been something, I don't know, more similar to Grandmaster's Gauntlet or Step Down from Abyss, something like that. That's optional, that, you know, people who who are not up for it don't feel that they are absolutely forced to do it, because then the reception to it would have been a lot better as well. If it would be introduced, this is like the hardest, craziest crap, you know, that only the best summoners can do, and you're gonna get these great rewards. People would have been so much more hyped for that type of content. It would have so much better reception, and it would feel so much more special. It wouldn't feel like that, you know, Kabam touched you in your, you know, no place when the champion raped you. It would feel, you know, like a massive accomplishment when you do beat the champion, stuff like that. So I do think they made like a kind of overestimation of the commitment and abilities of a mediocre MCOC player, and the fact that, you know, it's a story content that you are forced to clear in order to progress in a game or carry on playing and get updated rewards, stuff like that. It just created this entire hostile atmosphere towards it. I, on a personal level, yeah, I'd love more of Act 6, but I also disagree with forcing everybody to do it. I don't think everybody should be put through that. But yeah, original Act 6, especially how it compared with our rosters, the fact that we did it with like 5-star rank 4s, 5-star rank 3s, you know, a couple of rank 5, 5-star stuff like that. Man, it was awesome. It was hard, punishing, made me swear, but it most importantly made me care about this game. It made me push myself and, you know, improve and try different things and hunt champions that I didn't have, and it made me play better. I really had the feeling that Act 6 was out there to get me. One mistake where I didn't notice a node or didn't realize an interaction towards the end of the path could screw me over badly enough, force me to completely quit the path and redo it. You know what I mean? Because every fight was different. Every, you know, path had some sort of commonalities, but, you know, different nodes on every champ. And then there were long fights, and the bosses were hard. So yeah, I want more of that Act 6 experience. I just don't think everybody should be forced to go through it if they don't want it. Null was the first to hit 200 million. He went for 205. Yeah, that sounds about right. Can you offer insight on the overall value of Assassin's Mastery? Is it worth changing either Despair to 2 versus 3 or MD 4 versus 5 to run Assassin 1? Nah. I sometimes run 1 point in Assassin. Most of the time I don't run any points in Assassin. And if I do have like a specialty setup, then I do have access to maxed out Assassin. But that happens like in very specific circumstances. So yeah, no. I think if you're running without Assassin, having 3 out of 3 Despair is way more useful, in my opinion, than 1 point in Assassins. Or having 5 out of 5 MD. Miss felt much more. Yeah, there you go. Like a good player skill-wise, yeah. They feel like they made Act 6 a bit too easy, yeah. Again, I think it's not just the level of difficulty, I'll put it like that. I wouldn't mind Act 7 having the same level of difficulty, because again, I think it's the story content. If everybody's forced to go through it, I don't mind it not being super difficult. I, again, wouldn't mind if it was slightly harder. I don't think it should be as hard as Act 6, again, for the reasons that I just discussed. But the biggest problem I have with Act 7 is that it's all the same. The fact that I can't recognize one quest from another, one chapter from another. And I'm kind of done with it. Because, you know, they were planning to bring back exactly the same stuff for Act 8. I couldn't even recognize Act 8 from Act 7, you know, yeah, okay, champion pulls are slightly higher, but 6 paths, 3 bosses, tag out champion before the boss, all the fights on the path are the same. Most of the nodes are virtually the same, hardly any new nodes. They have that new weapon mechanic that you could just ignore as well. It's just the same. You know, for me, boring. It's just boring at this point. 7.1 was fun, 7.2 seemed quite a bit different, it was still fun, but 7.3 it was boring. 7.4 largely was still boring, quite. You know, they did, I think, fairly decent job, kind of like, I don't know, tiny bit tossing things around, but then I played Act 8.1 beta, and I really didn't want to do it. You know, I didn't care for it. And this is the first time ever when they offer this rewards for beta. And even with those 22,000 6-star shots, I really didn't want to do it. Every time I was about to start Act 8.1 beta stream, I really wanted to be playing Battlegrounds. And again, it's not necessarily about the level of difficulty. It really isn't. It's just about the fact that it's all the same. Basically, every single lane in Act 7 and 8.1 is bring in these class champions or damage over time champions. You know, bring in either these class champions or bring in, you know, champions that do this specific thing and then get a ton of damage increase or disable some node. That's what all of it is. Not every fight, you know, has to give you like extra damage and stuff like that. And it really kind of felt the same. So to this point, you know, again, they could announce 8.1 coming out in July. I wouldn't be super excited for it, you know. I'd be like, eh, cool, I'll do it. You know, some rewards, some content might put up on YouTube, stuff like that. But, you know, deep down, I wouldn't be too fast. Not like how I was with, you know, 7.1, 6.4, stuff like that. Just not exciting anymore. Now, is there announced Battlegrounds coming tomorrow? Now, that would make me excited. Battlegrounds for the win. Battlegrounds or die. Nothing better in this game. No motivation to 100% 7.3 Kang and 7.4 Kang. They say to motivate you. Oh, I'm just like, who are you? A sissy? You started it, finish it up. Don't be a pussy. Get it done. What are you, a quitter? Man up, power through, Mr. Puzzle. Thing I hate about Act 7 is buff nodes make every champ feel the same. Yep, pretty much. And yeah, also that like super mega increase in damage often, yeah, literally often makes it, doesn't matter which champion you use. Since you're doing 6 out from Nexus rank 3 my Doom. Nice, congratulations on your Doom, rank up. I think Paragon was not there. Oh yeah, the Paragon nodes before nerf just felt flat out annoying. Really, they didn't feel hard, they didn't feel challenging, they just felt annoying. That was my exact kind of feedback on that. Did not like them at all. I did not like spending the entire fight thinking whether I'm allowed to parry or dex. And yeah, I definitely had a lot of repetitive cheese paths. I never expected a content where Ronan can cheese, you know, a path in virtually every quest. Grandmaster? Yeah, Grandmaster is my favorite boss too. Grandmaster, I prefer Grandmaster over Grandmaster or Kangs and stuff like that. Grandmaster was my favorite kind of special boss. I think she was most fun. Those final bosses, though, I must admit, they do quite a good job. All of them are, you know, quite fun. Grandmaster, I think, is the worst one because it takes the longest, I think. The rest of them I like better. What's up with the gifting crystals? I don't know. Kabam needs some Christmas money. Merry Christmas. Well, thank you, Alberto. Thank you very much. You just spoiled with BGs? Maybe. Maybe. I'm not denying it. You know, at least I know what I like, though. Battlegrounds for the win. Everything else can suck. It's too easy, and then they try to say the boost. I haven't. Yeah, I never particularly like. You know, I think Grandmaster is a good challenge for what it's meant to be. You know, I'm absolutely not gonna say that. But in terms of, you know, doing that fight again and again and again and again, I definitely did not enjoy Grandmaster fight all that much. I think it might also be because they got the Grandmaster in Summer of Pain last year when it was bugged, and then that fight just felt like an absolute nightmare. But in general, I definitely like the Grandmaster fight the most. Actually kind of tempted to go and do a stream where I go and fight Grandmaster again for funsies. Would you sacrifice your man thing to bring out Battlegrounds? Yes, because I would get man thing again. I'd sacrifice it and then I would reacquire it. Got the motivation I needed. Thanks, bro. You're very welcome, Puzzle. Come on. Are you a stupid Dr. Doom or not? Yes, you are. How stupid are you, Dr. Doom? You're this stupid. Like a loser Doom. Can I call you a loser Doom? I can and I will. Hey, what's up, loser Doom? Ah, you suck. There's no point in increasing health pulse and story content and just give attackers crazy attack boost. Yeah, exactly, that's true. Really want BGs to come back? I didn't regret spending two. Yeah, I know. I really want BGs to come back. For what it's worth, I do get the indication that BGs will be back at the beginning of July. Kabam popped in the morning stream this morning. And, you know, we kind of like half trolled each other, half joke about and stuff like that. But that was the general gist of the conversation, that he says that, you know, they will be coming back very shortly. And with Kabam Jax on the forum saying that their plan is to bring it back in July, you know, putting all those things together, I do think that they are likely to come back at the very beginning of July. It will be another beta though, that much we know as well. But yeah, I do think that they're coming back at the beginning of July. I do think that Kabam might be releasing 6-star Magic. I don't think they'll release 6-star Quake. Even 6-star Magic, is possible that they don't release it. But Quake, not for a really long time. With Stealthy Grandmaster short fight in one of the quests, in one of the lanes, yeah. How many units are you needed for the best? It kind of depends how they're gonna do it. Typically, it's 18,000 units up until now. However, last time around they kind of did store where you could spend more if you wanted to, and you could pick different bundles and stuff. And I think then to get everything, you need like 24k units or something like that. But you really didn't have to get everything because there were several bundles that, you know, just didn't matter too much. But yeah, Quake is definitely OP broken. Like, again, on a personal level, of course I'd love a 6-star Quake. On, you know, game balance level, I think bringing back 6-star Quake is one of the stupidest... Bringing 6-star Quake in the game is one of the stupidest things I could do. I really don't want them to do that. You know, on a wide, kind of like game-wide level. On a personal level, fuck yeah, 6-star Quake, rank 4, immediately just Quake everything. But yeah, no, it's definitely not good for a game. Hey, what's up, Grindfall? How are you doing? The backlash from Act 6 difficulty was led to Kabam being afraid of putting anything remotely challenging in story quest. You know, again, I do think they can up the difficulty somewhat though, you know? Not by much. I don't think it has to be Act 6. But again, I think the biggest problem is the fact that they just make it all the same. 6, 6, 6. All the fights same on the entire path. You know, you do the same thing for an entire path. All the maps look the same amount of fight, the same amount of energy, the same amount of, it's just, you know, boring. I don't think, you know, it has to be super difficult for them to kind of make it more interesting. But again, I don't think also that what they did in Act 6 was right. On a game level. I think they, you know, stuff like Act 6 should be made. Should be in the game. But it should be, again, something in between Abyss and variant type content, you know what I mean? Where it is a long challenge mode type of thing to play through, but not everybody has to play it if they want to become Paragon or Thronebreaker or whatever. The fact that it was so forced is what caused that big backlash in the first place, not because it was, you know, horrible content. I think. Just, you know, if it would have been advertised as, you know, this is like, if it would have been advertised as Grandmaster Gauntlet, just macro version of Grandmaster Gauntlet, you know, people will love it. People love Grandmaster Gauntlet, and sure, shit wasn't easy. Did Kamba say when we'll be occurring challenges? Nope, he did not say that. Sorry, Magic sounds like Quake. No, I know. There you go. Quake just OP broken. Yep. Kabam will release. Yeah, Kabam. Yeah, that's pretty much what they did with Scout, which isn't it? Do you think points for this EOP will be carried over? No. Event ends, new one starts. End of story. How good is CMM? Got her recently. She's alright. She has kind of slowed down quite a bit. But yeah, she's not really a current champion now. I would be lying if I don't think she's a bad champion. I think she just doesn't fit in a current game much. Okay, package Nexus. Red Mag's Awakening or Champion or Bishop, please help, bro. I'd probably pick Bishop. I'd pick Bishop. Is that quite a legit game breaking? Way more game breaking? Yeah. Absolutely. A 6-star rank for Quake would cause a huge set of problems. One his to Act 8 would be decent, good roster to handle mostly everything. That Act 8 should have. Yeah, I agree. I think Stealthy can do the path really fast. I mean, Stealthy is okay for fighting Grandmaster, but he's only like super exceptional in one of the lanes. All-Star versus Stealthy? Nah. I don't want to acknowledge either of those champions to that degree. Kingpin to rank 4 for Paragon. Let's go. Nice. King is awesome, man. Thanks, man. No worries. Null needs to be awakened. Awakened ability doesn't actually matter too much. What matters is whether you calc him at a high sig or you don't. Awakened sig 20 versus unawakened, you know, is very little difference. And, you know, he doesn't have to be. It's just much quicker ramp up if you do calc him at sig 200. I will, with 6-star was literally adding nodes and boss island. Yeah, exactly. Am I from Poland? Good Polish voice from me. I live in Krakow. I am not from Poland. I do have a Polish girlfriend, however. I have been to Poland quite a few times. And a couple of weeks ago, I actually went to London, where I went to kind of like Polish church Holy Communion. First Holy Communion to my girlfriend's nephew. So, no, but I'm Latvian. I am from Latvia. Stealth is only good for the juice path. There you go. You're not fun. I am very fun. You're just stupid. They announced anything regarding Summoner Appreciation? Nope. Nothing has been announced yet. It's supposed to be July, yes. But nothing has been announced yet. Question, so I'm going last weekend for EOP. Okay. First pass all Mystic, so now I need to, without a Mystic. Yep, that's correct. Who do you use? Well, it depends what you have. You know, Mystic, the only fight that you kind of need to take care of is the Icarus one, right? You can still go with Professor X approach. Like, you can use a ton of different champions, really. It's not that restrictive. Target is way better. Give me 12 feature piece. There you go. 5-star Quake gets banned in almost everywhere. Imagine. Yeah, exactly. Imagine that. A 5-star still gets banned in almost everywhere. Come on, come on. Let's nuke that torch. Always nice when you can get in like 3 hits or 4 hits. What class next? I'm not sure. I haven't decided yet. Because it's been years since I touched Act 6, my roster is just OP now, but 6.3 gives me. It's also 6.3 and 6.4 health pools have been significantly reduced, so that is a significant part of it. 6.3 and 6.4 health pools have been brought down by a very big margin. 6.1 actually got harder than it used to be. But 6.2 got much easier because they removed the gates and added all the other stuff. And 6.3 and 4 got much easier because they reduced health values and stuff like that. Meme submitted. Nice, James. Very good. Mirror West 1? I don't know. I haven't even downloaded yet. Not sure if I will. Why use Stealthy when you can just Hercules it all? Hey, what's up, ZeroFrostNinja, you little traitor? Still feel absolutely and utterly abandoned and unloved by you. You used to be a rock, a pillar of this channel, a consistent feature. Now you're just a stranger fading in the distance. Can't live like this. Can't live like this. You heartless monster. Does this work? No, it doesn't. It doesn't, does it? Ah, whatever. Let's clap them all. Thanks for the warm welcome. You're welcome. Count on it. Ah, look at that. Looks like a penguin. Yeah. I am from the future, bro. One dead more though. Okay, 4.5 million should be good enough. We can get to the next arena. Okay, might be decent. By the way, I think I'm still running max recall. Suck KTB now.
You suck.
I don't suck. Shut up. Hey, James. I have something for you. James, listen carefully. James. Okay. If we are being heartfelt and sincere.
How would you like to suck my balls? Respect my authority!
Would be this. Hey, what's up, PB? How you doing? What's up, Fox River? Am I gonna play Mirror's game? I don't know. Am I? Hit Kabam because I'm afraid to use my 5-star gems. I think a lot of people are. I think that's a legitimate problem right now. Even I have stopped using them, to be honest. Even though I have, quite a few. I do use sometimes, but okay. Make love, not Warcraft. I think I remember that episode. Somebody got punished. Really appreciates and loves you when he shits on your stream. Ain't that the truth? You see? Zero still gets me. Katie watch Family Guy? Katie does watch Family Guy, yes. Unfortunately, I think Katie's Family Guy's clips are somewhat broken right now. But... okay. Simpsons clip. That's Archer. That's Anchorman. That's SpongeBob. That's 2.5 Men. Okay. Anyways.
Oh, fuck off!
Okay, fine. That's Rick and Morty. Still Rick and Morty. Shrek. Okay, let's see. This is gonna get my stream demonetized. But.
Yeah, this is boring. I'd rather be home watching it.
Either. Ah, what the fudge. Oh, at least I'm not demonetizing my stream.
Get back in here!
Yeah, I mean, some few clips here I need a refresh on them. I don't know what happened. I actually, let me quickly check out what's happening with my stream deck. Let me have it, why they're not working. Here we go. I'm Untitled 1, right? Yeah, it's Untitled 1. Screen right cam. Cartoons, love me. It's just not working for whatever reason.
Get back in here!
One sec. That's cartoons. I don't know why it doesn't. I might have deleted it, I think. Yeah, I think I need to try and find these back again.
Get out! Get out of this!
Oh well, sorry about that. Might have accidentally done some deleting of a few older clips. Rip earphone users, what happened? Did something happen there? Red button? Do you want red button? Do you guys really want red button? Do you guys really want red button? It has been a while since I have played red button. I'm not sure everybody's into red button. Okay, I'm gonna make a poll. Whatever happens, you guys who made the decision, not me. You guys have been warned. Red button. There you go. Is Rick and Morty worth it? I haven't actually watched the last season. I like the initial seasons of Rick and Morty, and I think the last season that I watched, I wasn't too hype about it. But you know, yeah, overall I did like it. There you go. Enjoying Scorpion and Ton, but I'm uncertain if he's worth 6-star generic gem. I'm not 100% sure if he needs it though. I don't think his awakening ability is that potent. I mean, I have a red button. If you guys want a red button, right here. Where is the nostalgia? Critic insult? Yeah, there you go. Overwhelmingly approved. Love democracy. Fine, you get red button. So as always, standard disclaimer: if you are in a public place, please insert your earphones or lower the volume. If you care what people around you think about you, insert your earphones or lower the volume. If you are of a softer skin disposition and do not tolerate foul language, you might want to step outside, get some fresh air for a few minutes, because this is certainly not going to be for you. Oh, crapsies. Touch is life. But red button's coming. And if you're still here, you have no one else to blame but yourself. You have been warned.
You dirty, stuck-up, sadistic, shit-eating, cock-sucking, butt-fucking, penis-smelling, crotch-grabbing, ball-licking, semen-drinking, dog-raping, Nazi-loving, child-touching, cow-humping, perverted, spineless, heartless, mindless, dickless, testicle-choking, urine-gargling, jerk-offing, horse-faced, sheep-fondling, toilet-kissing, self-centered, feces-puking, dildo-shoving, snot-spitting, crap-gathering, big-nose, monkey-slapping, bastard-screwing, bean-shitting, fart-knocking, sack-busting, splooge-tasting, bear-blowing, head-swallowing, bitch-snatching, hand-jobbing, donkey-caressing, mucus-spewing, anal-plugging, hole-grabbing, uncircumcised, sewer-sipping, whoremongering, piss-swimming, midget-munching, douchebag, home-biting, carnivorous, mail-order prostituting asshole! You just couldn't let me get to it first, could you? You just had to steal my thunder. So it seems that the angry video game nerd has officially become the irate gamer to my incredible genius. Okay, alright. That was too...
That's the red button. That is the red button. So again, you guys were warned. You wanted this. It's more beautiful than Shakespeare. I love the red button. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna move on to different arena. That was something else. Again, we don't take the red button lightly. Gave you guys all the opportunity to leave. So you can't blame me on this one. Number one, you guys voted for it. Number two, guys had plenty of advance notice. Sometimes I'm not as courteous. Need more colored buttons. Maybe we do. It's just been a while. It has been a while, yeah. I'm emotionally upset. Don't care. You brought this upon yourselves. Should I give Toad Mutant Awakening Gem? Depends how many mutants you have left, you know. Do you have all the Archangels and, you know, rest of the mutants and kitties and whatnot awakened? Wasp, Bishop, and Crossbones. I actually like every single one of those champions. Of whom I think currently the best one is Bishop. Partially because of Battlegrounds. I do think that Battlegrounds have really increased value of Bishop. He's virtually, you know, one of the best champions for Battlegrounds. I'll enjoy Wasp as well, but you know, there's a reason why I have a rank 2 Wasp and a rank 3 Bishop. That being said, I do have a rank 3 Crossbones. Unfortunately, I do not get to use him as much as I would like. I think with Crossbones it's more that, you know, I like the champion. Not that he's that great. I think Bishop is the best rank up there. You used to get wrecked by this clip one too many times? Yeah, you did. Now we just slap people. Apoc Red Mag. Apoc Red Mag. And who needs the most? I know. I'd probably still prefer to awaken Red Magneto, personally, I think. But Toad does benefit quite a bit from his awakening. More damage and also ability to punish poisoning champions. Hey, what's up, JJ? How are you doing? Where have you been? What have you been doing? It's quite suspicious. I am suspicious of you right now. This one just opened them 6 stars. Yeah, no worries, man. Welcome. Welcome, Emma. Havoc against Domino. Did you know? You didn't even know, did you? My big secret. And she's going to crit fail me, if she's going to crit fail me. Bishop gets his charges, doesn't he? Because it's energy damage. Whatever, let's just do that. Most likely making about me, maybe. Yeah, why around my mom's decorations going? Oh, they have been having fun. I hope it went smoothly. Hope you did everything you set out to do. And, well, welcome back to the land of the not bent over people doing DIY. Low when on Defiant, small man has frenzy, charge, and just decide to hold back. Hold block. Ain't that sweet? Which I think. Why are you so obsessed about other people's king, small mark? We don't king shame here on this channel. Let them be. Let everybody king freely. They'll share when they will be ready to share. Okay, baby crossbones, let's go. Pew 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 pew. Yeah, boy. Sweet. Any AW rewards? Yes, I have received my AW rewards. Boom. Easy win. Joe Fix is just too strong. Made any gems? Also anybody has? Super glue or something? I don't know. I mean, I'm sure it will be super useful, but I have never went beyond the need of super glue, because typically when you super glue something that's not meant to be super glued, it's not the glue that fails you, it's the material that you glue it with, you know. It's the material that breaks around the super glue typically. Alright. Not the most forgot. Yep, correct. Lies. You shame everyone for anything? I do not. I do not shame anyone for anything. Except for being stupid. I think stupidity deserves to be shamed. Well, let me specify that. Stupidity with overwhelming confidence and refusal to admit said stupidity is what deserves to be shamed. When you're like just super confident because you have no clue what you're talking about, but you insist that you're right. I'd shame that. Share a lot for BGs? Oh, we definitely do. No, it does not usually take about more than 36 hours to give out Alliance War rewards. Something must have been going wrong. You should open a support ticket, and if they ignore it, you should open another one, and another one, and another one. But you shame some of us for our very existence? No, I don't. Do I? Who do I shame for their very existence? You have no leg to stand on. You know exactly why you were getting shamed on ZeroFrostNinja, and that's abandoning us. Simple as that. Already opened ticket and calling you additional 24 hours before. You know, you should open more tickets. Here's the thing. I know it's gonna surprise some of you. It might come as a shock to some others. But really, Kabam support system is not that great. Yeah, keep that in mind because it's gonna be super important. So when you open a ticket, quite often it will not yield the expected results. Might even get shut down by an automatic bot. Hence, you need to open several of them bad boys. We already said, but when is your port predictions video coming out? This weekend, probably? Yeah, probably this weekend. I tried. Super glue my balls to chest once. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's what you glue, not the glue that fails you. It's kind of like when you super glue a shoe, right? And then, you know, the super glue is going to just rip another piece of that shoe that started breaking down out. It's not that the glue is going to come loose. It's just that it's going to rip a layer of shoe out, for instance. It'd just be like that. Let's clap that black vault. I'll screenshot it, see? All proof. Well, then you should keep opening the tickets. Yours is nuns? Hey, you know, not too bad. I think that's fairly moderate. On the level of kink, it's, you know, beginner level. Then there is a movie you have to watch with Jason Statham. If your kink is nuns. Then I think there was one Jason Statham movie. Which one was it? If you count, you probably have seen it already though. Okay. Jason. Okay, yeah, exactly. That's pretty vanilla, isn't it? Okay. Where's his filmography? I'll tell you it's more. Do. Yes. Machine. You saw it? Yeah, I'm sure you did. Forgot the name of it as well. It's in London. Mean Machine, the one. Hey. fucking find it. I don't think it's included here. Oh, I think it's called The Hummingbird. Yeah, it's Hummingbird. That's the movie that I saw. Just testing King Chef Freezer. Still remember Lindsay Lohan on that Kinky Nan in Machete. I don't remember that one. Yeah, that was called Hummingbird. Actually saw it not that recently. I only saw it, sorry, not that long time ago. I only saw it like a couple of years ago. That's why I still remember it. Or maybe a year ago. Something like that. And 7.2 exploration, it actually feels easier. Fair play. Yeah, 7.2 is not Hound. I don't even know what Solo is. A fish began Tupac. That's cool names for fish. I like that. I approve of that. Right. You started watching season 3 of Umbrella Academy? I didn't know it's out yet. Already. I haven't started watching season 3 of Umbrella Academy. It's like there's all these shows that, you know, I'm kind of afraid to watch these days, but, you know. Yeah, I'll give it a watch. When did it come out? You know, the one show that I want to get second season and that isn't getting second season and is making me frustrated the most at the moment is Invincible. Paradox is in 3rd chapter, yes. It was out yesterday, I'm loving it, fair enough. But yeah, I really, really, really want next season of Invincible. How do you feel about Kabam pushing a GGC randomly today? Well, I think Kabam needs some money, that's all I think about it. I also think that offer is nowhere near as much worth it as it was half a year ago, as the game economy has changed quite drastically. And, you know, I'm not getting it. But, you know, obviously, they just, you know, why they do anything? They want money. That's what I think about it. The Invincible comics, they're really good. I actually kind of ruined myself the next season of Invincible slightly because I did not read the comics, but I did watch the videos which basically had the full story of the comic line explained in regards of each character. So watch basically what happens with each character eventually and stuff like that. Because, you know, when Invincible first came out, I was just, you know, not obsessed, but, you know, I definitely really liked the shtick thing, so. Okay, use a special attack. Sweet. Gonna have that expire. That's gonna give you 4 of those, and this is gonna give you some more. 8. Eat that. Yeah, sometimes I do change the comic story for sure. Awakening Dead Old Hell's Kitchen, Awakening Cap World War II, or New Cyclops Red. I'd pick New Cyclops Red. At least there's 3, right? Yep. Umbrella Academy good. I kind of like Umbrella Academy. Yeah. I don't think, you know, I think it's good. Yeah. It's not like life-changing or anything like that, but, you know, I think it's good. Worth, and like, I watched season 1 and then I did watch season 2. You know, that says something, I suppose. Look at that. All right, I didn't claim there. You should do drinking stream. I don't drink anymore. I mean, not like anything at all ever under any circumstances. For instance, I was like back in London like 3 weeks ago, I had some drinks then. You know, I had like a couple of beers one evening and a few glasses of alcohol the last evening. Didn't get like wasted, you know, but I got a few drinks. Other than that, you know, I can confidently tell that I have had less than 10 glasses, you know, of cocktails or whatever, in last 2 years, and less than 10 beers. You know, very, very rare I have a drink, and it's only in like in some sort of social context. You know, I had a glass over at New Year's, and you know, again, when I went to meet my girlfriend's relatives, you know, they were having some drinks, so I didn't want to kind of push them away, so I had some drinks with them then. Or when we went out with my girlfriend to like movies and dinner, we had a few drinks, stuff like that. Yeah, I just don't really drink anymore. I have had like a 4-pack of beer at home for like a year now, that is unopened, you know, cold in fridge, but I just don't. Seen Doom Patrol? No, I have not seen Doom Patrol. Invincible gore scenes, the coolest thing that goes for me. Yeah, I know, it was so good. Like when he held his son in front of the train and let the train run through it. It's so brutal, but it was so good. Missing the muzzle. Sorry guys, I have had a rough day. It's alright, don't worry. Don't worry about that, Llamas. You can piss them all off. They deserve to be pissed off as far as I'm concerned, for the most part. Except JJ. JJ is an angel made of pure love and rainbows. You never dare to be mean to her. As far as the rest of them, don't care what you do to each other. I don't know if you can tell who is my favorite mod, but probably JJ. Oh. Right. Either way, I think we're pretty much done here for today. Nice little grindy bit. Is Arcus worth a rank up for Battlegrounds defense? Could be, yeah, maybe. I haven't ranked him up yet, but I'm thinking about doing it. So I haven't reached a final conclusion. You were mega late? Yeah, you were mega late. Coming on a stream. He loves JJ enough not to roast him like the rest of us? Exactly. Red Max? Sure, why not? Pop in the link and go with hashtag KTRaid. Why not? Hashtag KTRaid. And go say hello to Mr. Max. There we go. Catch you later, lads. See ya. Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about